Hey, what's going on? Glad you're here. Thanks for joining me in the cave today, because I got something I think is kind of cool. We're going to get into it in a second. First though, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more, and I know you do, then definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell, alright? That way you get messages whenever we drop a new video. Alright? So, what am I talking about? What do I got that's kind of cool? I got this guy. This is a Jackson Kelly, loosely inspired by the Gibson Explorer style guitar. Pointy headstock and all. Alright? Kind of cool? I thought you might think so. So, yeah. So this guitar, we're going to go over the specs first. I've had this guitar for about 4 days. Real quick story first, all right? So I've had this guitar for about 4 days. It is not mine. I don't own it. This is a friend of mine's. If you want to hear more about his story, I have, I'm reluctant to try and mention names, but I think I did already in the last video I did of one of his things, which is the LTD EX104 bass. Review that I just recently dropped, as well as a versus video, which I'm gonna drop real soon. So look for that as well. This is one of his. The bass was a Craigslist find, and this is as well. This keeps sliding, so excuse me, guys. So, right. So this is a Craigslist find, and he got this for about $100. Okay. It was one of these situations, and this is how you get the good deals, okay? This is always how you get the good deals, whether it's Craigslist or any other way. He saw the listing as soon as it posted, within the first hour. Called the guy right away, was able to get in touch with him right away. Arranged to meet him that day, and it happened to be not far from his house. He paid $100 for this guitar, which new back in 2008 was $350. Right? So this is not one of the super high-end ones. This is one of the student level ones, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because this guitar is made out of some pretty good stuff. So my friend Chris owns it for a while, and then we start hanging out, and lo and behold, he gives it to me to show you guys here. And when he does that, I go look it up online. I take a look at the serial number, and I find out it's 2008, and it says on the back it's made in India. So I do a little more looking around, and I find out that the only things that they were making in India for Jackson were these basically low-end guitars. This model and a few others in the low-end versions. Okay, so but I don't think that's necessary. I mean, for what they consider the student level, it's not, for 2008, it wasn't that bad. We're going to go over that right now, okay? We're going to start at the headstock. We have the pointy Jackson logo headstock with the 6 on the side tuners, okay? We have the plastic nut. We have a 24 fret, medium fret neck, with a rosewood fretboard, and this neck is incredibly thin, guys. Let me see if I can hold this like this, so I can kind of. All right, if that helps. That, guys, is actually really, really thin. Okay, that's less than 3/4 of an inch thick, probably 0.7, if that. So. Trust me, that's really thin. All right, so that's one of the thinnest ones you're going to see is on Jacksons. Okay, they use truss rod reinforcements, all that stuff to keep it really, really thin. So if you're looking for an inexpensive shredder, this is a good candidate. Okay, a good inexpensive shredder. That's what it really is. Excuse me, not just a good shredder. Good inexpensive shredder. Okay, so we have. Did I go over the switching? We have the volume and the tone. One volume, one tone, 3-way switch. 2 humbuckers. On the higher end guitars, you get a Floyd Rose tremolo, Here we don't have that, but in its place, what's in its place is actually pretty good because it puts the strings through the body, which increases sustain, which is a good thing on a lead guitar, which this is, because it's got the 24 frets, it's got the super thin neck. This is built to be played fast. So, and we got the 2 humbuckers, right? I mentioned that. Now, I think that's everything, right? That sounds like a pretty basic shredder to me, but what does it sound like? Well, let's do this quick. Just a quick playthrough. I'm cold, so don't expect anything impressive. So, I am not warmed up. Alright, we're just going to put it on. Okay. I'm going to be playing it through my Crate 212. Yeah, I know. Not the greatest stamp in the world, but it's got two big, nice big 12-inch speakers. And I'm going to be running it basically clean. And I'm going to have my distortion pedal on and my chorus pedal on for the distortion sections, and then on clean it's just going to be basically unaffected with no reverb or anything like that. It's not going to be a wet tone. Okay. Right now we'll go through the bridge. Okay, I have it set for the bridge. Now in the middle, now in the neck. Alright, so not bad. I wouldn't call it super phenomenal, but it's not bad. Now I'm going to put the distortion on and the chorus. The amp remains the same. Now in the middle, now in the neck. So not bad, but oh. Okay. Now, as a find, as a $100 find, this is a great deal as it sits. Okay, if you were buying this used, if you're okay with the way it is, just as it is when you play it, I would say at max pay $200 for this used. Okay, maybe if it's got a case you want to pay a little more, but if it's, I'm talking just the guitar, $200, that's high. Okay, not horribly high, but I think I would consider that high. I would try, knowing that I'm buying this in a retail used kind of place, I would try to get this for about $150, because personally I would upgrade the pickups and I would change the tuners, and then I would think about changing the nut. Okay, that may have to be changed as well as the tuners, but that doesn't have to be a high-end thing. There are ways to find good pickups that are basically made for the big companies, big guitar companies, and those companies, they don't just make those pickups. So you just have to find out who makes what, and and what to look for. And I've kind of learned that. So I think I can find pickups for about $50, and I think I could find good tuners for about $30. And I'm not a wiring guy, so it would cost a couple of dollars to wire it up. So I'm going to say a quick $100 on top of whatever you pay for it can make this guitar sound really awesome. Okay, a little more maybe, if you don't have the resources I have or the experience I have. But the bones of a really awesome shred guitar are right here. It's definitely worth picking up. If you can buy the new one though, do that, because in the last couple of years, a few years since this one came out, the quality level on inexpensive guitars has really gone up. So to buy this now new, which is actually less expensive than this was new. Okay, I was looking it up online, and you can get one with a tremolo for $300 now, instead of one without a tremolo for $350. So that's a significant savings, and there's also an uptick in quality. Jackson is one of the companies that I've seen talking around YouTube about how they've stepped up their game and their quality level, right along with their sister brand from Fender, Squier. Okay, so it's been all part of a push over at Fender, I believe. That's just my personal opinion based on bits of information that I've heard in and around YouTube while I'm watching videos. Okay, so just so that's understood. But it seems to be a general push in general. Sorry. So there seems to be across the board a quality uptick. It seems to be one or two companies started doing it, and then everyone else kind of felt like they had to follow suit. It's usually how things go. So if you can find it new, definitely pick it up new. If you have to consider less expensive options, then like I said, look for this $150, $200 new. Well, on the used market, $150 to $200 on the used market. And if you can get it for less, that's an even better deal. If you like it as it is, you're great. That's perfect. Me, I'm a little more picky, so I would definitely change the pickups and the tuners. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry if I've been rambling. I wanted to let you guys know all about this guitar. Keep an eye out, because I'm going to be doing a versus with this one and my LTD-EX, which is a similar style guitar. We're going to actually see some differences between the two, which should be kind of cool. As well as I'm going to do a Harley Benton versus with this guitar. Okay, so that's another 24 fret guitar. That's another style. So you get to see some more differences possibly. So, all right. So there could be some interesting revelations in both of them. So stick around. Also check out the channel, all the different playlists that I have, because I have all this stuff from RJ's Cave separated into a couple of different lists. I also have a list of 600, 700, 800 different backing tracks that I've collected over time, and I'm trying to sort through them into different lists, but I got one master list that you guys can jam to. So guys, stick around, check out the channel. Never forget that what we're doing is kind of like we're learning real world magic. You know what I mean? Because you can change someone's day like that if you know how to play a song. So motivate yourself. Go out there, learn how to make music so you can make magic, right? The world needs more magic in it, all right? So that's it, man. Thanks. This is RJ's Cave. Later.